Morning, everybody. So, looking at the Dow this morning, again, yesterday, the last 2 days have played out pretty much as expected, with bounces off the moving averages to the bottom, but we are coming back to this area here, which is the weekly Tenkan-sen, okay? And I hope by watching these videos you're understanding how important the Tenkan-sen and Kijun-sen levels are on the higher time frames. It is so important that you take cognizance of those together with your Brooks gaps and with your swing highs and swing lows on the weekly. You can see how this level here coincides with swing high, swing high, swing low, swing low, swing low, swing low. Can't count that one. We can count that swing high, swing high. So it is such an important level, and it just works. Ichimoku just works brilliantly. Okay, so looking at the weekly. So remember, my opinion on the weekly was first touch. That did it go past. There's a third touch there. So this trend broke and we've come back and retested. That is my current opinion. Until this weekly bar closes and we close above it, that will be what I'm saying. We do have the buyers. You can see how the buyers have been attracted to the bottom here with these tails. So the question is, are they going to be able to push it higher, or are we going to be stopped at the weekly Tenkan-sen and driven back down again? So let's just look at the daily. Okay, and you can see what I mean by this trend. We've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 touches, broke through, come back, bounced off it, didn't even get to the 200-day moving average, and up we went. Okay, so we are now also at another critical junction, and that is on the daily Kijun-sen. So, two scenarios right now, and I would say this is a pretty good bullish pattern that's formed here. So we had an inside bar. So in other words, we had a big red bar down, and then immediately at the bottom here, the buyer stepped in and pushed it up. So they tried to push it down further, failed, buyer stepped in, pushed it up. So it fits inside this bar, it's an inside bar, and we've had confirmation yesterday with this green bar going up. So now we are going to battle a little bit to get through this level, and I'll be surprised if we get through it this morning before the US market opens. But so long as there's no chaos in the market today, so we just stay out of Syria and we keep our heads around trade wars, and the guys start focusing on the earnings, we will see this rising further. Okay, so if we get through here, then that is our next target. Okay, there's nothing really on the daily to stop us until we get to this level. We've got that swing high there, and you've got this swing high here, and you've got this swing low. So it's all on the weekly Kijun-sen. So that to me would be the most logical area to get to. Maybe a little pullback. Let's just see if we can see something to the downside. That'll help us. Okay, so we are slowly but surely building a crossover here. So the next 2 or 3 4 hour candles is going to give us a crossover. That'll be a bullish crossover. The cloud is pointing up, so we probably won't get a twist in the cloud at the same time, but maybe a bar or two later. And we're quite far from here, so there's still some movement to happen here. Okay, so now you can see also how the top of the cloud coincides with where we got out. Can you see that? So this is the daily Tenkan-sen, and we push past it a bit to get to the cloud and then reversed. Okay, and the other thing that you need to bear in mind is, where was the entry for that? There was your first entry here, and you can see there was some buying. We'll see it on the hour. There was some selling there, sorry. And there's the next entry. So where's the next area which profit taking will happen is the bottom of this. So you can see how these tails are so important to take cognizance of. Those are the areas that you want to put in your quick scalps and take profit. Okay, let's just get to the hour so we can just see what we have going on here. So you can see here that here's a swing low there, and look there. Immediately as we got there, the buyer stepped in, sold off. They then headed for the 200 EMA on the hour and sold off. Okay, so you can see how each one of these levels things happen. And what you normally find is towards the end of the trading session, then each little level is hit. And that gives us this little, this sideways, almost sideways action that we experience. Okay, so levels for today for the upside. Daily pivot, yes, is definitely a level. From a hourly perspective, we have had a twist. We are bullish. Chico span has broken through. We are bullish. So for the day trading session today, I would assume some more downside. We are underneath the weekly Tenkan-sen, and it is rolling slightly. So I would expect something to happen towards the downside here. And let me just have a look. I just want to have a look what's happening with the rest of the world at the moment. Okay, Japan is flat. Singapore is slightly down. And Hong Kong is down. So we're following Asia at the moment. So there's a couple of little things here. So we are building a flag. Okay, we are building a flag here, and it's happened off a level. So there's 3 levels here that has happened off. So I'd be watching here probably for the bottom of the cloud, I think. If a pivot holds, then it may be a worthwhile effort. But your stop loss is going to be quite massive, 287 points. So you're going to have to put a very small position in. So I think what I'll be looking for is the 1 hour Tenkan-sen, which is on the top of the cloud here. So I'll be looking for a retest of the cloud. So if we can come back to this level, would be ideal. And bear in mind that this is where we closed. So when US opens, you can probably expect us to be opening around the pivot, unless something dramatic happens this morning to push us either way. But for now, I think still more upside. And our upside targets our main target is going to be this area here. Okay, so it'll be between that swing, these swing lows here, and that swing high. So just draw a box in here. So that's kind of the target area for me at the moment. So I'll be looking for long still. It's just a question of where we're going in long. So I'll probably wait for this afternoon, much later this afternoon, to see what's happening and then get in at that point. So that's the Dow. Hope it helps. And don't forget to subscribe. I'll catch you later.